What happens when a beloved soul singer's public image clashes with hard truths on live television? The result might surprise you. What unfolded between Teddy Swims and Kelly Clarkson during what was meant to be a simple promotional interview has everyone talking. Before we dive into the heated moment that stunned viewers and sent social media into overdrive, make sure to hit subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. It all began as a normal afternoon on the Kelly Clarkson Show. Teddy Swims, the Georgia-born singer with a soulful voice and tattooed look, was there for a short segment to promote his new album. The chat started light, filled with laughs about his journey from small bars to fame. But things changed fast when Kelly decided to ask tougher questions than anyone expected. "So, Jate," she said, using his real name with a polite smile that didn't quite match her tone, "your rise has been amazing, but there's talk online about how your voice now sounds different. Some fans think it's too polished. What's your take on that?" The air grew tense. Teddy's grin wavered for a moment as he adjusted his beanie. "Well, Kelly, that's just how artists evolve. Back then, I was singing in bars with bad sound gear. Now I've got better production." "I'm not talking about production," Kelly pressed, leaning forward. "Some vocal experts online are saying there are inconsistencies in your singing that raise questions about how real your recordings are." The crowd quieted. Teddy's smile tightened. "Are you suggesting I can't sing, Kelly?" "I'm not suggesting anything," she replied smoothly. "I'm giving you a chance to respond because authenticity is everything in this business. And yours is built on being real. But some say that story might not be so organic." The camera zoomed in on Teddy's face as his jaw clenched. "That's pretty vague," he said. "If anyone doubts my authenticity, they can say it to me, not whisper behind screens." Kelly didn't blink. "All right, then. Some say your viral rise wasn't as grassroots as you've claimed. That it was backed early on by industry forces, planned moments made to look natural, paid promotions disguised as fan engagement." Teddy's southern drawl deepened as his composure slipped. "So now you're accusing me of faking my whole career on live TV?" "I'm asking what your fans deserve to know," Kelly said firmly. "Because fake stories hurt real artists who work from the ground up." The room grew heavy. Teddy's hands gripped the chair arms tightly. "You're pushing a personal agenda here," he said quietly. "My only agenda is truth," Kelly shot back. "To protect artists who earn success through real work, not manipulation." Teddy laughed bitterly. "That's funny coming from someone who started on a reality show." The audience gasped. Kelly's voice turned icy. "At least I sang live in front of millions." "No studio tricks. Just talent. Can you say the same about your viral clips?" Teddy's color drained. Kelly leaned back, eyes sharp. "Let's talk about reality shows versus reality," she said. "When I was on American Idol, every note was live. No edits, no filters. How many takes did your Stay With Me cover really take? Because sources say it wasn't one." The air turned thick. Teddy's rep waved frantically off camera, but the two stars were locked in battle. "You're threatened," Teddy said, leaning forward. "You hate that people can now find success without begging the industry for approval." "On your own terms." Kelly scoffed. "You've got a team crafting your image, editing your sound, managing your brand. You're just better at hiding it." The crowd was silent. Jaws dropped. Teddy's voice shook. "I don't have to sit here while you tear me down." "This isn't politics," Kelly said sharply. "It's integrity. Real singers are losing opportunities because the industry's chasing fake viral hits." Teddy stood, anger flaring. "Lady, I've sung since I was 5. I've played every hole in the wall from Atlanta to Nashville, slept in my car to make ends meet. Don't you dare tell me I'm fake." Kelly rose to match him. "There's a difference between using social media and manipulating it, and we both know where you stand." Producers signaled frantically for a commercial break, but the argument raged on. "You're just mad the game's changed," Teddy hissed. "Mad that artists don't need the industry or you to succeed." "My approval?" Kelly's voice trembled with fury. "You couldn't carry my vocals on your best day, even with a studio full of engineers fixing your pitch." Teddy pointed at her. "There's the real Kelly Clarkson, the jealous veteran who can't stand that times have moved on." The insult hit hard. Kelly's face fell, then hardened again. A has-been with Grammys, a long career, and a voice that can still out-sing you any day? That kind of has-been? All that success and you're still insecure, Teddy snapped. Maybe that's why your ratings are slipping. The low blow landed. Kelly's face turned pale. Get out, she said coldly. What? You heard me. Get out of my studio. This interview's over. Teddy blinked in disbelief, then straightened. Fine. I built my career without mainstream media, and I'll keep doing it. He turned to leave, then looked back. You know the difference between us, Kelly? When people hear me, they feel something real. When they hear you now, they remember when you used to matter. The studio fell silent. Kelly's face showed hurt, then anger. Before she could answer, Teddy tore off his mic. Jade, don't do this, she pleaded softly. We can fix this in editing, but Teddy shook his head. You wanted real? This is real. I don't fake smiles for people who stab you while the cameras roll. That's not fair, Kelly said, voice cracking. I was being honest. Honest would have been telling me before we went live, Teddy said. This wasn't an interview. It was an ambush. For the first time, Kelly looked regretful. Maybe I pushed too hard, but people deserve to know who they're supporting. My fans already know, Teddy replied calmly. They support someone who built himself up without shortcuts. Someone who doesn't need approval from people who've lost touch with real music. Kelly's chin lifted. I haven't lost touch. I connect with people every day on this show. You connect with the artists you understand, Teddy shot back. But when someone does it differently, you call it fake. Kelly paused, realizing some truth in his words. The silence stretched between them. You know what's wrong with this business? Teddy continued. People like you deciding who's real. But those gates you guard, they're gone. It doesn't scare me, Kelly said softly, though her tone wavered. It just worries me when talent becomes all about image. And who made you the judge of what's authentic? Teddy asked. You don't know me. You don't know my story. Kelly looked up, her voice quieter now. You're right. I don't. I just know too many artists lose themselves to this industry. Maybe that's your story, not mine, Teddy replied gently. The world's changed. Not every success is fake. The studio remained frozen. Kelly looked around, at her staff, the audience, the cameras. Maybe you're right, she said finally. Maybe I judged too fast. But I still think the questions matter. The questions weren't the issue, Teddy said, walking toward the exit. It was how you asked them. You wanted a viral moment, and you got it. That wasn't my goal, Kelly said faintly. Maybe not, Teddy replied. But you still tried to tear me down for ratings. Jade, wait, Kelly called after him. But he was already heading out, turning back once with a sad look. The sad thing, Kelly? We both love music. We both want it to stay real. But tearing others down isn't the way. With that, Teddy Swims left the studio, leaving Kelly standing in stunned silence. The audience didn't move. The cameras lingered on her face before finally cutting to commercial. What began as a simple interview had turned into a fiery clash about truth, success, and the evolution of the music world. Neither walked away untouched, and the shockwaves from that moment spread fast across the industry. So, what do you think? Was Kelly right to ask hard questions, or did she go too far? Let me know below, and don't forget to subscribe for more moments that reveal what really happens when the cameras don't stop rolling.